Okay. Let me check the sound real quick.
Yeah, I'm checking it right now. Yeah, I'm checking it right now. Yep, we're good.
Good sound. All right. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Oh,
Bashim,
Hashem,
Shalom,
Shai,
Yahushua,
Bashim,
Hashem,
Karshash.
Yakakwadash.
Ash.
All right, double honors to Apostle, those great millstone. Peace, salutation to Sasaki, pushing his word, serious truth, and charity. Um, so you see the title says Civil War, Martial Law, you can't have guns. Quote, Donald Trump said pretty much, I believe, yesterday, you know, mind you, before he became president, he promised you people he'll protect your Second Amendment rights. Now he's talking about you can't have guns, which,
Right.
he ain't doing that no different for any other goddamn president or politician or whatever, man. They always promise they're gonna do something good for you, and then it'd be total opposite once they get in office.
Yep.
You people fall for it every time, man.
Because they're snared.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got something for you. This is Daniel 8:24, and this originally went into Antiochus Epiphanes, which is
Hmm.
Antiochus the fourth. But we can use this for all Edomites. Right now.
Yeah.
Because they all got the same spirit, the same mindset. All
Hmm.
right. And it says that his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And why is that? Because Yahweh Bashem Al Shai set this man up. Okay. What does it say? Revelation 6th chapter says, the red horse was meant to take peace from the earth, right?
Yep.
That's his mission. And it says, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy, which are his laws, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Hmm.
And that's the main reason why I got this out. By peace shall he destroy many. Because he's, like all politicians, they say that we have to get rid of these guns, right? Because, basically the people are a hazard unto themselves. We got to
Yep.
strip away these, rights from them. And that's that, because really, how Esau sees it is it's a privilege, that you have, weaponry to defend yourselves. All right. You
Hmm.
see, which really, that's wicked because they even in when you look at history, all these, dictators, right? They disarmed the population before they basically enslaved them, so to speak. Okay,
Hmm.
Huh.
you know, and
Yeah.
that's nothing new. It's gonna happen
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. So yeah, like, so you have nothing to protect yourself. Yeah, he'll have all the guns.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And because you've always mentioned this other crowd that before Esau comes in, with that great wrath, he wants to disarm the people, confuse the people, so it's very easy for him. He wants no
Yeah.
resistance. He always
Exactly.
talk about that how he doesn't want to have any type of resistance. You see,
That's it.
he wants to come in, like it's a cakewalk.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Part of that because Esau, he's scary as hell anyway.
Well, that's how they took over pretty much everything.
Yeah.
That's how they brought Jake down when Jake was having wars with each other. All right. That's how they conquered the Greeks, when they were the Macedonians. All right, they'll just wait till you defeat each other enough and then come in, man. All right.
That's it. No casualties on his end. That's how
And
you.
then they'll make sure they got some type of COINTELPRO going on to where they got a bunch of traders that are helping them, because they can't do it without Jake. That's who's helping this man. Freaking Trump made that joke about he's like, yeah, and about the majority of the percentage is Latino. How can they say we don't like Mexicans? We ICE employs them. Like he was making a joke, and it was true,
Yeah.
cause he'll use another dumbass nigga to get some more dumbass niggas.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's how you operate. Hey,
Cause yeah,
y'all. What was that? They closed Tyrone with Keith Sutherland's character. He said it, man. We need you niggas' help to keep this society going.
Yeah. And you gotta remember, Esau really doesn't know how to fight. You know,
Yeah,
when you actually really observe him, he's very weak, fragile, very basic at fighting. You know, really, all the modern day tactics that he uses is really from Jake. You know,
yep,
the
Guerrilla war.
guerrilla warfare, um, you know, all the modern day training, you know, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, Muay Thai, you know, all these different things are actually from Jake. They're not from him originally, you know.
exactly.
So going back to what you said, Elder, you know, he's very scary, weak. You know, he likes to, I mean, really think about the history in the scriptures. He didn't, even when you go back to when we were walking through the wilderness, Amalek attacked us from the back.
Yep,
You know, when we were fatigued, tired, he didn't come up to us head on. That's the way Esau does stuff. You know, even with the as a serpent, he went to Eve instead of Adam. That's just the way he does things. You know.
exactly.
Slick
I,
with it. Hey, that shit, Esau still does that shit today, man. That's how he gets Jake out the household, or that's how he'll implant things into the woman. Because the internet is the worst thing invented, man. It's ugly against against the woman, man. All right, what they push in society. But yeah, what he'll do is he'll try to give some goodies to the woman and split up the household and seduce her just so he can get what he wants out of the deal, which is two incomes, man. All
that's
right,
it, bro.
and not really pay you shit.
hmm That's it, man. I had scripture real quick. Going back to the video we doing response on this Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So he just a liar, man. He can't believe, man. He says the scripture say, never trust thy enemy, man. You know. So like I said, he told you he gonna protect your Second Amendment rights before he got in office. Now he's in office. Now it's a different story, man.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's it.
You people fall for it each and every time. Instead, you think that you
Exactly.
can vote for a different person, but your politicians are selected. They're not elected by the public, man. All
That's
right,
it.
but this is Revelations chapter 12. It's like not 12, but 20 and verse 2. Well, actually, I'll start at 1. It says, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having a key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand." This is I believe that's going into World War I with Kaiser Wilhelm. All right, because that bottomless pit would have been Europe. All right, and it says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more. Right, because everybody knew thousands of years ago, the world knew how wicked you so-called white people were, man. All right,
hmm
now that's coming back up again, and they're being reminded because of your wickedness. It ain't got shit. It's your character, man. All right, y'all just
Mhm.
wish you me. You wish no, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
you go around disturbing people. First off, you make deals like you're gonna help people, right? After you've stolen everything, and you all right, now we gotta go to you. But then you get people to run around, and you make these shitty treaties that you always end up breaking, and then you say that people hate you simply because they want to be you. No, it's because you're the devil.
Yep.
You're the
That's
literal
it.
devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's
All
it,
right.
man.
It says to the thousands of years. That's like to the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, which we know that that's been fulfilled. Because now we're in this captivity. After that, he must be loosed a little season. Why? Because the Most High had a purpose for you to bring about the sea hip, for you to bring about martial law. All right, for you to put hell on the nations and destroy this wicked place that has caused his people so much pain.
hmm Hey, not Zach said earlier, he used to have to take peace from earth.
Yep.
He's done and doing just that.
Mm-hmm. I got a precept. Are you done with that, Lahab?
Con.
This is Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, and that's going into Esau's, political system, right?
Always
He's always
opposing
got 2 sides. You got the Democrats and Republicans. I forgot what it was called during the Roman Empire. A few brothers were
Plebeians and the
patricians.
Yeah, and then even when you go into these other nations, like in the UK, right? Germany, wherever, right? It doesn't matter where it's at. They always have this, 2-party system, and it's 2 heads on the same, beast, basically. Okay, and they, come to you, right, as something peaceable, right, like a lamb, very, loving, caring, something that's harmless. But if you really listen to their words, they're as a dragon, and we know a dragon's there to what? To devour. It's fierce.
Yeah.
You see? All right. And that's, E. Going back to what the elder said, this guy, Trump, was saying, X, Y, Z things, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, help the economy out. I'm going to protect your, Second Amendment rights, blah, 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 blah. And nothing's being fulfilled. That's why his, if you look at the approval rating of Trump, it's just going down drastically.
Oh, yeah.
They said
What'd you say?
Nah, it's like I had looked that up like maybe a few weeks ago, and they were saying it was probably the end of the so-called last year, man. But they were saying that his approval ratings they haven't been this bad since Truman and Bush, which you go around those times, those were very destructive Edomites, man. All right, what did Truman do? He bombed their entire Shalom. He bombed the entire landmass, man. He bombed the whole country. All right, that happened when Truman was in office, man. All right, and then what happened with Bush? More deception. All right, a national event, a national hoax, where many died. All right, thousands of people died, as well as thousands of more went across overseas to die.
Oh yeah,
of your own citizens, man.
And not to mention when Bush was in office, that's when your gas prices went up.
Yep.
And they ain't been the same. It's been like that ever since. We got in office.
Actually, they said the same thing about the job market, Slacky Sapon.
Yeah. Oh no, you got it. You said the job.
Yeah, they were saying the same thing about the job market, that it hasn't been this low since around 2008, man. All right, around 2007, off in that area, man. When Baby Bush was in office, man.
Yep.
And this nigga changed the time. The daylight, well, that's bullshit anyway. The daylight saving time. He changed that when he was in office. Because it used to like they'll go out here, it used to be in April, now it's March. And then when it come winter time, I think it was in October. Now it's November. He so yeah, man, a lot of things happened when this guy Bush was in office, man.
Yep. You got a little more to these scriptures. Because I got another one too. This is.
I actually have a little bit more in that Revelation. I needed to skip on down. I'm gonna just finish that out real quick. This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations. You saying something?
The Renaissance. That's when the Renaissance happened. The Renaissance.
Okay. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together. So this is the whole reason why this devil came back out, man. Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Because even the brother, quoting that Revelations, the 6th chapter, man, that red dragon, that red horse, man, who was given that great sword, nothing but destruction comes along when he comes out. War. That's the reason why the Most High. It's a time for peace and a time for war. All right. That's the
Yeah,
reason why this devil has come out to stir things up, to mix up the pot, to turn people against each other.
that's it. Hey, script says no peace with the wicked, bro.
That's
You know,
right.
Esau don't understand peace, man. That's not his language.
What is peace? What is
Right,
truth?
right.
Looking at us.
Now, Zach, you got it.
Okay, God. Revelation 13 and 12 now. And he exercised all the power. And this, okay, I'll say this. You know, in the 11th chapter it says, or the 11th verse says what? And another beast, and I beheld another beast that's going into the American Empire, which the American Empire is just a revitalization of Rome. That's all it is. All right. And it says here, he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. You see, all right. Going back to that scripture that Lahab was bringing out. They've been loosed a little season again. Esau came back into power, and he pushes everything that the Roman Empire has set up. From the Latin to the mythology, the ideology, all that. He pushes it on the people. You see it. It's in your school curriculum. All right, it's at your hospitals, at the law schools. All of that. You see,
Yeah.
and it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, going into those, atomic bombs, and then now you have what? Excuse me, nuclear missiles. Okay, it got upgraded. You see, and it's going to do way more damage. That's why the earth is going to reel to and fro. Okay, that's why it's going to be shaken up. A lot's going to happen when these missiles drop, man. You see, and it says in this. I'm gonna get this. This is Revelation 12 and 12 now. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And we're in that time period where Esau is going to come down with that great wrath. We're seeing it. Okay. This whole thing with these ICE agents being deployed to all these different cities. That's just a prelude to when they actually, deploy the UN troops. All right. These different military forces that the U.S. has. Okay. Whatever agency that they'll belong to. That's it. Because right now what we're seeing is I'll say this, whether it be organic or whether it be something that's a psyop. All right. Well, you're seeing a huge backlash right now, and people are getting more violent. Okay, you're seeing it on both ends. These troops are obviously deleting people. Okay, like I said, whether that be organic or whether that be a psyop, because I'll say this. Now, the things that are pushed on the mainstream media, my opinion, that's all psyop. Okay. That's something that was pre-planned. But I'll say this: there's a lot of things that aren't being reported, in the mainstream media that's actually happening still, though.
Hey, well, what did Joker say? I'm just here to get the ball rolling. So that's the thing. That's what the elites do. They'll put something out there, but then it'll be a whole bunch of other shit going on. That's not really in their control. But that's why they call it controlled chaos.
Yep. And that's going to give Esau the justification in bringing in these troops, man. All right.
Yeah.
Now you guys are dangerous to yourself, to this society, this government. We got to get things under control. It's what do they call it? Problem solution or problem reaction solution. Okay, they create the problem, get a reaction out of the people, and now here's our solution. And look, you people are in the
Yeah, and they sub stuff. You know, been having test runs for the longest, man, to see how people are gonna react to the
Yeah.
situation. So it give him the results he need. When he do the real thing, he'll know just how you will react to it.
And it's crazy. Remember, like it was about 10 years back, maybe a little less. They had what the Jade Helm test runs. I don't know if
Yeah.
you brothers remember that.
Mhm.
Okay, they've been gearing and I'll say it like this: they've been training the military for urban warfare. Okay,
Oh yeah.
that's a known fact.
Yeah.
Hey, my uncle. This was right before COVID and all that. It was funny because my uncle, he works with the CPD, right, Chicago Police Department. And you have my brother. He's a like an ER nurse, right?
Hmm.
And him right before COVID, my uncle was dealing with. I remember him talking to. I think it was my dad and uh, couple of my uncles and all that. And now he's doing a crowd. I think it was he said it was like crowd control training. I believe that was
Hmm.
the term. And and my brother, he had I forgot the term that he used, but basically they had him. This was right before COVID. They had him in a hazmat suit, training for like basically the pandemic, you
Right,
know.
right.
And then shortly after, 2020 hit. Then look what happened to the world.
Yep.
So they've been really getting their, what they would call like first responders, their military, whatever you want to say or call it, right? They've been getting them ready for the past several years, a decade, okay,
Yeah.
for this stuff. And now it's happening in live time. Now we're here. It's not going to happen. No, we're here right now. Second Ezra 15 is occurring right before our eyes,
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah. Yeah, they was training even back in the 90s.
Woo!
I remember videos. I first come to truth. It was videos of them training in the 90s for the time that's gonna come. So they've been trained for this for the longest, man.
Mm.
You know, and like you said, problem, reaction, solution. That's what he needs to fulfill his new world order.
That's right.
But to know the Lord is going to disappoint, like Scripture say, the devices of the crafty. How Shai's his new order is going to be the one that be established. Esau's going to fail.
He called dibs after the Lord already got ownership, man.
Yeah,
Right. Man, you got the ultimate consolation prize, which is not to have the earth very long. And good. Look at what happens when you're in authority, man. You're
yeah,
like a child. All right, you're blaming people that serve you after you put hell on them. And then you're basically saying stop crying and stop resisting as you're killing people. Literally,
yeah.
you know?
That's just like the bully. You've been bullying this man for forever, and then he get tired of you bullying you. You stand up to him. Now you want to play victim, say he the bully.
He screamed at me.
Right.
I
That's
fear for my life.
right. That's how this fucking devil operates, man. That's why nobody likes your red ass, man.
Bam. Yep. I got this. Second Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And that's what we're
Right,
seeing right
because
now. Those ICE agents are like madmen.
Yeah.
You know, they are just chasing people down, tackling them, all right, breaking windows, pulling people out of cars. I mean, you had this one situation. They were trying to arrest this Northern Kingdom dude, and I think he had like a toddler. It wasn't a newborn, but the baby was very young, and the dude started having a damn seizure, and they were pulling instead of trying to oh, let's grab the baby, let's get paramedics out there. They were still roughing this guy up, and this dude was having a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was clear as day that he was, you know what I'm saying, like he was having a medical emergency. You know, it wasn't anything fake. You can completely tell that no, there's something wrong here. They're nuts. They're going into establishments, you know, without warrants.
Oh yeah.
You know, just being a damn terror to the people.
And we already know, like scripts say, we're not ignorant of his vices. He's doing those things just to rile you people up. So they have a reason to bring the troops in and all that.
Yeah, and it's funny because you said that, because you've had certain, this is how you know everything is orchestrated. You have certain, like, governors and senators, right? They said it. They said, look, basically, you can shoot these ICE agents, you know? So they're really putting that spirit out there to get that civil unrest going.
Yep. That's it. They would say we not ignorant of Satan's devices. That's 2 Corinthians 2:11.
Yes, sir.
Can anyone bring out Isaiah 19?
Nope.
Isaiah 19.
That's your cue, brother.
Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what we're seeing is the beginning of civil war and Jacob's trouble. You know, soon the lights will be, out. All right, there won't be no 911. All right, Apostle Gabar went into a lesson earlier about how the internet is going to be shut off. You know, with this YouTube malfunctioning, this is all a test run, you see? And the first thing that goes is communication. You know, these people without hope are going to be freaking the fuck out. You know what I mean? Trying to get in contact with loved ones, get in contact for help. And it's not going to be there, man. And rise up, ye women of Darides, because you guys are going to suffer the worst, man. You guys are so proud, you know what I'm saying? Hey, your pride has deceived you, man. Now it's just judgment, you see?
Yeah, it's going to give all the men you did wrong, it's going to give them an open window to get revenge on your ass.
There's a time of judgment here, you know, and it's going to start with the tribes, you know, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians today. And also the speckled bird, because, you know, Israel's not hid from the Lord. So, hey, you can't hide from the judgment of the Lord, man. That's why we're compelling our people to return, to return back to Yahweh B'Shem Shai and be converted, you know, before it's too late.
Yeah, and I was going to say this. I was watching this thing about Siberia, right? And they were talking about, like, you know, how dangerous of a climate it is, how wild it is, yada, 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 right? And then they ended up talking about the Siberian tiger. All right, there's the reason why I'm bringing this out. And how not only is the Siberian tiger, you know, very fast, agile, you know, it's got that strength, you know, so on and so forth, right? This animal actually holds a grudge. Right?
Oh, yeah.
They said that this Russian guy that was living out there, he was you know, in the woods and all that. I don't know if he was a hunter or not. I'm not really sure what the deal was, but he got confronted by this Siberian tiger, shot the tiger, didn't kill it though, right? He didn't know that. He shot it and then ran away, went to his cabin. They said that tiger literally scouted out the whole area, waited for this dude, you know, I guess it was over several days, and then fucking killed the guy. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that out is because you brought it out, Elder Karab, with these women, right? And these men. You got men out there that have been plotting to, you know, kill. It doesn't matter if it's a baby, you know, one of their BMs, right? Whether it just be a bitch that did them wrong, or whether you got some fucking psychos out there that just want to kill bitches. You know what I'm saying? You hoes literally got men that are waiting for the right opportunity to fucking torture you and kill you. And it's going to happen. They're going to stalk you. And then they're going to realize, oh shit, 911's gone. Hey, there's no law around. Yep.
Exactly.
My turn.
Micah 7:10.
Woo.
Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, so these women, hey, they're not going to have no refuge in that time, no hope. All right, the cock carousel is going to ride them, all right, until death, man. All right, the Myrons, right? All these women that played men, you know, and used them. You see, because right now the woman has so much liberty right now, more than any time in history ever. You know, but there's consequences with that, man. All right, you're living a death style. You see, and you're about to pay with your life, man. The Lord requires a sacrifice, man, for your wicked ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now that Lord, like we were saying earlier, the Lord is the ultimate character. He's gonna take you out with your own imagination, your own vices. Because funny you said the cock carousel gonna ride them, man. There's a lot of they're a bunch of sluts and whores anyway, man. And we mentioned in class Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer, Mo. Do you know his first kill? He took somebody out with weights. That's how he died.
Man,
From Jake in jail.
God.
He died. Jake killed him with weights. That's how he took his first victim out with weights. That's how he got took out.
And it was literally the spirit that hopped on that Jake, because the way he explains it, he was basically saying the Most High basically told him to do it.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah.
Can't make
He
it
was
up.
a lifer.
That's it. You can't make this up, man. The Lord take you out with your own vices, man. That's scripture say, man.
Yeah,
About certain brothers, woman, he been bending me for long. You brothers might know what I'm talking about. Like women cheat on him. You tell that shit pisses him off. I was like, bro, without judgment. So you won't be a whore. That's probably why how the Lord gonna take her ass out.
Yep.
And what's so bad about it, motherfuckers like that, they'll do you wrong and have no accountability. That's the reason why they'll mistreat you, but they're the ones that's actually in the fucking wrong.
Exactly.
That's why this place has to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like E, mistreating you, but you all of a sudden you're the one that's super fucking evil, bro.
Right. Like, bro, you've been evil toward this nation. Let's say Jake's, been racist and all hell for the longest, man. Then you gonna get mad at Jake for standing up to you, just like us, man. Like we call him out and shit, and you don't get mad. Like you been doing shit, and you got the nerve to be mad. Somebody's calling you out on shit, the wicked shit you've been doing, man.
Exactly. Dude's a hypocrite. He's a damn joke, man.
Exactly.
Fucking bad stand-up. That's what he is.
God, that's a good lesson right there, bro. Niggas are awesome.
But were you done with that, Rapai?
I got another scripture.
I got one after you then.
Go ahead. Okay. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, And like that guy, he was saying that the Most High was telling him to do it. Hey, that's only going to turn up, man. There's going to be mad Skeletors out here. All right. Myrons, all right, with vengeance in their heart. This is verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction, So the four sword judgments are going to be unleashed upon Jake, upon the heathens. It's the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, but it's not just the 2/3, but it's the heathens round about us, man. All people are going to know that there's only one God, the God of Israel, and he cares and he loves his elect. All right, because the elect are going to be preserved in these last days. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I got some. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall.
You got it.
What'd you say?
Nah, I said I was holding that. You got it.
This for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, The one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And that's another thing that we're about to see more and more, man. You know, sedition.
Yep.
You know, these government officials being attacked. And you had I forget her last name, but the senator out there in Minnesota, Omar.
Omar.
Yeah, what's her last name, Mark? I don't know why I can't.
Omar. I think it's Omar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know her first name.
and they say it was a stage, you know, thing. And if we really look at it, I mean, he's sloppy, man. You know, terrible acting. You know, terrible camera work, all that. But some random dude came up to her and just like sprayed some substance on her. And, you know, it's going to get worse, though. You know, look, there's going to be a point where these people are going to really start taking out these officials. All right. And it's not going to be, they almost, you know, got away with it. No, we're talking about somebody's going to just roll up to them, either kidnap them, torture them, or just, you know, delete them there on the spot, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Publicized.
Yep. So that's coming. And you see it in other countries too. Hey, you had this, I think it was in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look that article up. I believe it was the Philippines. This happened recently. You had some dude who had an RPG, bro. And he tried to take out a mirror out there in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, like I said, you had them ICE agents recently. What was her name? Something Good, and the other dude.
Yeah, Renee Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Right.
good.
Right. No, after that happened, you got people making videos talking about, yeah, look, man, we need to stand up and get violent, man. There's people making videos on that, you know.
Yeah.
We need to stand up and, you know, get ready to fight these ICE agents.
That's right. It's getting serious, man. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's that martial law, you know, which is coming, you know, real soon. All right, to a city near you. Okay.
Yep.
It's about to hit. You know, they're going to start off, you know, with like how they did with COVID, right? It could be, you know, that like that, where you can go from country to country. You know, remember they did that for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know? Then, you know, hey, what? State to state, county to county, city to city, neighborhood to neighborhood. That's what's coming, man.
Once it starts catching on.
Yep.
And that's where that family gonna come in, because you can go from a different neighborhood, you know, get your food or whatever.
Oh, well, you know, Jake's gonna go nuts, right? Because it's already a food desert in most Jake areas.
Oh,
all right, hey, your local grocery store is a gas station. All right.
Junk.
Shit barely filled with a week of supplies with most stores, you know.
Yeah, you go to like different areas, right? You know, because I've been in the South and all that. When I was in Arkansas, bro, like, man, I'm not even exaggerating. Once you get into certain pockets, like the real rural areas, your grocery store is a Dollar General, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like a Dollar Tree or whatever, or Family Dollar, whatever these, you know, dollar stores are called.
Yeah.
And that's like literally their grocery store.
Yeah, through like that in Dallas, man. When we were out there in Dallas, we had brothers from different parts of Texas who went to Dallas to talk with them for the weekend. In Houston, them they had like an Airbnb in the hood part of Dallas. You drive through there's nothing around. Period. I don't think it's really nothing downtown Dallas. You gotta go outside the city where Yashwamba lives or whatever for it to be stores around and stuff.
Yep.
Well, that's a part of those 15-minute cities, you know.
Mm-hmm.
To divide and conquer, you know, and say you're gonna eat, this is what we're gonna feed you, and you're gonna be happy with it, you know.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's like what is that? Hunger Games.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then other areas are, you know, better than these areas. You know, they got more
Yep.
resources, more supplies. Oh, you need something? Go war with your, your neighbor.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, well, speaking here in Chicago, you did have some stores in the hood. Why you think they shut them down?
One second.
They closed them, man.
Yep.
You know, certain Walgreens, like the Walgreens in the hood, they closed them all down.
Yep. But then Jake, I'll say this too, man. Hey, Jake's very self-destructive. You know, they shoot themselves in the foot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They
Stealing and shit.
yeah, stealing, fucking just destroying. You know, and it's like this is in your own neighborhood, buddy. You gotta live in it. So then you want to live in shit, so to speak. You want to play with your shit, dumbass.
Yeah, the Walgreens. Hey, the West Side. I remember my mom said like West Side. It didn't look like that. You know, when Martin Luther King got assassinated, you stupid niggas destroyed your own fucking neighborhood. Man.
When the Bulls win the championship, they do that.
Yeah, and I'm sure when you really like, it's funny because the Lord's gonna, in the kingdom, give us all the information of what Esau's done. I guarantee you, even back in the day, like how you said in the '60s and all that, there's agent provocateurs. You had people who were sellouts that started the riots, like how they do, to this day. Yeah, whatever, man. But we know how Jake is, man. Yeah. But
simple.
Yep, I still got more. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Mm-hmm. And that's what's coming, all right? Once all this stuff starts shutting down, right? The martial law, the civil unrest, the chaos. And people are gonna get in that dog eat dog spirit, which they're already in now, but it's gonna amplify.
Oh yeah.
They see that you got a case of water, they're gonna go plan to rob you. They smell food in the area, they're gonna go hunt you down.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What was it? The chicken down there in Texas, since because they're not used to getting snow like this shit. That they had a water shortage. I think it might have been in it was either in Dallas or in Houston. Might have been in Dallas. And she was like getting ready. One of you brothers sent that video?
Yeah, I sent it.
Yeah. Well, you already know. Yep. You know the breakdown. Like she was hassling this man because she expected him, not because he had said, "Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna give you this water." He got there first and he got the water, and she was like, "He's trifling because he ain't gonna owe you nothing. You just go to another store, or you're gonna have to deal with the fact that you didn't get there soon enough." But hey, man, that's people gonna wild out. That lady was ready to wild out and get laid out. It's a whole incident can come from that because somebody's gonna get emotional, feeling all self-entitled, thinking that they deserve something.
Yep. Like I said, you said smelling food. Hey, people gonna be looking for food and be breaking your homes just cause, man, just to look.
Like one of them Looney Tune cartoons, fucking the smell led them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, people go, what does it say? The man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, man. All right, but still spoiling and destroying those, man. They're gonna be coming for whatever they want, their needs. Hey, if they got families, well, my child's not gonna starve. That really is gonna start to kick into play. But also, people are just really selfish.
Yeah. Hey, shit, cannibalism coming back. It's gonna be like I Am Legend. Remember, fucking Will Smith, he couldn't even rest in peace, bro. Then they got to sleep in the tub with a shotgun in his hand, just in case somebody came in, broke in or whatever.
Yeah, real quick, somewhere.
No, you got it. I was going. I ain't got it yet. You got it.
Oh, Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, and that word "cold" in the Greek is psycho. People are going to be invading one another. Talk about smelling food. Once there's no food, people are going to be eating one another. Like in the movie Bad Batch. All right, they're going to knock people out and just take an arm or a leg, solder it. You know what I'm saying? Or cauterize it, I should say. Cauterize it. and eat that motherfucker later in the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get so ugly out here. But for the elect, it says the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai. So again, the elect are gonna be a place of refuge, man. Isaiah 4:1 is gonna come into play. All right, and we're gonna have food in abundance, man. You see, at famine and destruction, we're gonna be laughing. All right, so there's gonna be a division here, man. The side of the Lord and those that are with the world, man, are gonna get fucking destroyed. You see, they're gonna suffer like no other time in history, man. And then they're gonna and that's all by design. You know, this is the Lord's plan. But those people, those unbelievers, those scoffers, are gonna take the micro C hip, all right, and then eventually get burnt up at the end, man, because they didn't choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai. You see?
Hey, even before the strike, they gonna take the MOTV. They gonna be suffering.
Yeah.
Scripture say it should be a grievous sore. Because
Yep.
vice like that should not be in the human body anyway to fucking begin with.
Exactly. Well, they go into that transhumanism. You know what I'm saying? That like the AI robot and the apostles brought it out over the weekend. That robot goes into forced labor, into slavery. You know what I'm saying? They want to control these people. All right, chip them up and just have them as slaves, man. And the ones that rebel, just execute them, man. You know what I'm saying?
And me and Dwight were just talking about that. We talking about the who was that? We drove past some spot. We had the Tesla pumps. They're like, bro, we like, man, Esau, all that is for Esau to have control, man. That's why
that's it.
It's computerized stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And all that shit. What you gotta say now, Zaki?
Yeah, what they're trying to pass right now, it didn't go through. But we know they don't need these bills anyways. Once all hell breaks loose, Constitution was that. But they have a bill that they want to pass. It's already been introduced. Like I said, it just didn't go through. Where they can basically shut down your car.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I told the young brother, because really, they even show you this in all these apocalyptic movies. You got to have cars that are from like the 1960s, 70s, 80s, you know, early 90s, because around like 95, 96 is when OnStar, you know, came into play. And if you got that in your system, they can shut it down. Doesn't matter if that shit's from 2000, whatever. Even if you never bought the program, it's already installed in your car, you know? So
And that's
they want the control. And it's funny because I don't know if you brothers have watched the new series Fallout by any chance. But if you haven't, pretty good series. Definitely recommend watching it. But in the second season, they're showing basically chip activities, bro, heavily in that. And it's so funny how they like introduced it. Like it's such a good thing. Like the one character, I don't want to like spoil it for brothers who haven't seen it, but he it's a typical Edomite. Well, see, I got to, you know, we got to, you know, implant these people with this because warfare is going to keep continuing. There's always going to be conflict, you know, amongst men. But as long as they have this, you see, everybody's at peace. But guess who's in control, though?
Exactly.
Hey, but guess what? You know, even going into that, because the funny thing is, and I was gonna mention that it's good you brought up the show because that is what the Neuralink is about. When your body breaks down, you can use AI now with the Neuralink to control that. You know, now you're immortal because that's basically what happened with that character that you're talking about. You know, in a video game, it's like that too. Oh, I don't care. Jay probably not gonna watch the show. If they do, I'm still not spoiling anything. But that is the breakdown. That guy in the future, he's hooked up to a system to where he's controlling, you know, a certain area of America, man. You know, but that's what he wants, man. You know, he wants to bring about this digital system and control the people. All right, control your how you deal with stuff, man. All right, but how many people, you know, even his daughter was like, you know, well, you had to do all this just to do this. He had to crack a few eggs to make his omelet, man.
Yeah.
This man destroyed fucking millions.
I do this double, bro.
Oh yeah, man. We did a video. You know, that dude was like a vegetable. You know, they had Elon Musk on there. I think he got the neural leak in his
Yep.
brain. You remember that video we did a while ago?
Yeah, yep.
You know?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago.
Yeah. Based off what you said, this is the mindset of this devil. This Isaiah 14:13 says, "For thou hast said in thy heart, so thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heavens, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation, the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High." And that's the mindset. Him want to control everything. He want to be like God, man. You know.
Because that's basically the breakdown of that, man. You know, and the art imitates life, or this man he's just programming you for what he's. Because even when it's in his Hollywood system, that's one of the reasons why it's failing, because he's not about to use it anymore, man. He doesn't need these entertainers to get you into his program. It's either you with it now or you're not. We about to mow y'all ass down.
Yeah, we can use AI.
Yeah.
Hey, let me finish reading. But the Lord gonna bring this dude down, man. You won't have the mindset like he's God, but the Lord gonna show him otherwise, man. This is verse 15, Isaiah 14. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. And the hell is in the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna be at the bottom, man.
Read.
All right. where you belong, actually. Verse 16. They that see him should narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? Ooh. So you mean tell me we're still slaves under this man today? Because scripture say he opened not the house of the prisoners, of his prisoners. Jake think they free. You still slaves, a slave under this dude, man. One way you're gonna be free when Yahushua come back and free us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember years ago, fucking this scripture got brought out. The apostles, fucking apostle around like, yeah, man, because the kingdom was like, wait a minute, this piece of shit once ruled the earth.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be so fucking low and pitiful, man. They be like, damn, this dude once. It's gonna be questionable. Like, damn, this dude once fucking ruled the earth and wreaked havoc and all that shit. This piece of shit.
Because you're gonna see how weak he is once he doesn't have that sword.
Exactly.
Once he doesn't have that that fucking gun on on his hips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That sword on his side, it's a wrap. He's pathetic. We see it all the time. When these Edomites get into a fight, and you'll be thinking like, oh, the Edomite be like a decent size. You're like, oh, this is a pretty big dude. Like, something's gonna go down. And then you see how they throw punches. You see how, you know what I'm saying? They try to tackle somebody. You're like, this guy? Like, what?
Mm-hmm. That goes to show you, man. That show you the power, Lord, right there. That this dude's even in power, man.
Yeah, the basis of man.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
They pulled the entire undertaking to ease up.
Yeah, and nothing but the power of the Lord, man. But you that don't believe the Lord, like, we should look who's ruling the earth. And tell me if the Lord don't exist. The Lord the one raised his ass up.
Right. His blessing is the sword. He can't fight you one-on-one, fist fight. He ain't got no hands. He got that sword though from a distance. You know what I'm saying? He's a bitch ass nigga.
That's what Darwinism is about.
Drone, guys, his feet kicked up on the couch with that drone. Fucking
yeah. Hey, that's what the Darwinism is about. Hey, the biggest stick is really his biggest weapon, man. He has, and which ultimately goes into those nukes. But that's how he rules, and you didn't even get it by that. It was still the Most High. The Most High just gave you that. You still wouldn't. Hey, the Most High could have still brought you down either way, but he decided to let you last for a season so that you can set up wickedness.
Yeah, to the fullest, to the max. The same reason he raised up Pharaoh, to bring him down, man. At the end of the day, the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to be magnified throughout the whole earth, and the whole world's going to know who are his chosen, man, the children of Israel, starting with the elect.
Yeah, it's for us to appreciate righteousness, man.
Khan.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's all this for our learning, man. It wasn't to destroy us, man. But you got Jake questioning the Lord, why did he set this up the way? Well, shit, it's for our learning, man. We had to learn what wickedness was to appreciate righteousness.
Hey man,
You know,
And we're getting.
huh?
we about to say,
Go ahead,
go ahead.
Arnold. Go ahead. Yeah, we're getting less than what our iniquities deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lord's even merciful in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
it's for us to rule. It's for us to know how to rule, man. Now we understand
Exactly.
by us going through the experience.
we say it all the time. The Most High could have made you a heathen. Why did the Lord do this? Well, why didn't the Lord make you Edomite? How about you kind of pipe down, man, and be humble and be grateful, overly grateful? Because although we're going through hell and it don't feel good, but we still about to get more than what we deserve. We get less than what we deserve and more than what we deserve, man.
Exactly,
You know,
man. Jake just offended and emotional as hell, man.
emotional as hell. Don't get me wrong. You know, being in society, not having the Lord will make you emotional. But that's the curse of choosing not to follow your how about Shemi outside, man. You know.
Yeah, they don't have understanding. They don't know and understand the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So they're fucked up in the head.
Oh yeah.
Can we get these last
like
precepts?
John.
Yeah,
God,
because
brother.
We can wrap it up soon. Yeah. Yeah, because you understand, you see in their eyes why they feel some type of way, but it comes to them, they don't understand the Lord. That's all it boils down to. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 9:23. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might." You know, all these things and assets and accolades that you people have set up in this world, none of that shit's about the matter right now. The only wisdom is really fearing Yahweh Shem Shai. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. Because even the richest people on the face of this earth, so called, are not going to be able to save themselves from the wrath of the Lamb. But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, and that I am the Lord Yahweh, which exercises love and kindness, because this is the only thing that's going to get us through this judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, judgment and righteousness in the earth. So it's just the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. That's the reason why you people are about to suffer, because of your pride and not knowing the Lord. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord Yahweh. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will punish all them which are circumcised, meaning our people. All right, because that's the reason why, and they're coming for Southern Kingdom too, man. You know, and they've been arresting Southern Kingdom too. You know, even ICE, man. And which this is just like the brother said, this is a prelude of what's to come, man. The warnings, because this wasn't happening when we first started preaching, but now you guys get a glimpse because we're about to, you know, the Lord's about to take us off of these, off these platforms, off the streets, you know, so that these things can happen.
Yeah.
It says,
Let you know it's bullshit, man. It's like you said, the Southern Kingdom, they asking them, are they a U.S. citizen? Where else is they gonna be from, man? You know, they let you know it's all BS, man. You know.
I mean,
Right.
shit, Trump's been making jokes about it. He's talking about denaturalizing citizens, man, which is beautiful. All right.
Oh yeah.
And he's German.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
And his
He's a hypocrite. He's German.
Yeah, his wife's a foreigner.
Yeah, she's Russian or some shit.
Mother Russia.
Right. You got it live.
That I will punish Kaiser. Yeah, he's freaking one of them Kaisers. It says that I will punish Kaiser. So
you remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic.
shit. In which Kaiser is basically what, like another way of saying a Caesar anyway, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt and Judah and Edom. So you're about to get the same judgment that Esau's about to get, which is not good. It says in the children of Ammon, because you got the Japs over here, but you also it says in the Moab, because a lot of those foreigners came over here too, and they're about to do some damage, man. All right, a lot of them are low key soldiers, man. So some of the stuff that Esau's doing, he has that bragging right to do it as his justification, but really it's so he can lock this whole system down, because that was his plan the entire time. That's the reason why they opened up the borders, man, as that excuse. All right. And all that are in the utmost point.
All these foreigners over here, man.
Yep.
That excuse.
A melting pot.
and,
Yeah.
and to create that digital border, which goes along with what this digital system they're trying to create.
Mhm.
You see how this devil is,
Yep.
right? And all
Like I
that
said,
are in
no
the
escape,
utmost.
man. Ain't no escape. It's gonna be the whole world gonna have this. You got people say, "Oh man, you know what? I'm a hell this. You know what's coming. I'm gonna lead the United States." There ain't no escaping, man.
Right.
You got it, Lord.
It says, and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and that means you can't fly nowhere. Like everybody's talking about leaving America. Well, the Lord's gonna bring judgment there too. All right.
Oh yeah.
For all these nations are uncircumcised, and then guess what? It's gonna be martial law in other places too, dumbass. And all
Oh
the
yeah.
house of Israel are
Hey,
uncircumcised in heart.
ain't no escaping the judgment of the Lord, man.
That's
No
right.
matter where you go, man.
I got one to close it out. This is Isaiah 51 and 14, the NLT. Soon all you captives will be released. Imprisonment, starvation, and death will not be your fate. You know, so the flip side to judgment is salvation for the elect, man. This ain't 70 AD, right? This is a time of salvation, deliverance. You know, and that's why, hey, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And with that, we hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule and taught us truth, and salutations to all the Akim, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom and a Baba Kwam Yasharala.
Come on, Nasrallah.
Shalom, brothers.
Shalom.
Bueno.
Yeah.